Two confident teams both looking for consecutive wins meet in the desert this evening as FC Tucson, who had to come from behind twice to beat Chattanooga 3-2 last weekend, and Tormenta coming off an impressive 2-0 road win at Greenville clash at Keno North Stadium for our final Week 5 match in USL League One. My name is Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us tonight on ESPN Plus for this contest in beautiful Arizona between two teams who love to play beautiful soccer. Let's take a look at our standings coming into this one. 3 games already completed this evening. No draws again. 3 victories. 4 teams after Greenville's victory on Friday night. Northern Colorado, Central Valley Fuego, and the Charlotte Independence all winning earlier tonight. So we have a 4-way tie at the top with 7 points. These standings presented by Carr. So let's take a look at our players to watch, presented by Sheraton Tucson. For the home team, we'll focus on Louis Perez, 24-year-old Frenchman. He was brought in this offseason by coach John Perlman to help fill the void left by the departure of Charlie Dennis. Like Dennis, Perez is a great ball-playing, attacking midfielder, wicked left foot. He had a goal and assist last weekend against Chattanooga. We're looking to add to his points total tonight for Tormenta. Keep an eye on Kingsford Ajay. He scored the opening goal in last weekend's win at the Triumph. Former Dayton Fly, was born in Ghana, played some serious youth soccer in England. Super draft pick in January. He'll be looking to drive the ball into the final third with his superb speed, strength, and cause chaos in that Tucson backline. Well, here's a look at the community corner kids. They're ready, making their way to their prime seat. They're going to ride to the game and dinner tonight. That's the sign for us to make way. We'll be right back with lineups and the opening whistle here from Tucson on ESPN Plus. FC Tucson versus South Georgia Tormenta coming right up.
This isn't a bank ad, so we don't need to show you vague community stock footage. We can show you places you know and call home because we call them home too. When you manage your money with a credit union, you're taking true ownership of your finances and how your money impacts the community. Stop letting banking just happen to you. Bring your money home to Vantage West.
Welcome back to Keno North as we get ready for this contest between FC Tucson and South Georgia Tormenta. Let's take a look at Tucson's victory last weekend against Chattanooga Red Wolves. They'd come back from behind twice. First one was a lovely goal here by Luca Master Antonio with a glancing header. And then it will be the turn of Louis Perez to score from distance here. That would make it 2-2, and then a little bit of a hopeful ball. End up being a penalty. Luna with the takedown. Elijah Winder, and then up step Daniel Bedoya to secure the victory. A rare victory for many visiting teams in Chattanooga. Big 3 points for tonight's home team. Let's take a look at the lineup for John Perlman, brought to you by Sheraton of Tucson. 2 changes, Shibata and Weir out, Bedoya and Moss in. Allen moves from right back to left back. Some injuries, we'll get to those in a minute. Joe Delgado, the big one out for Tucson. Charlie Matchell, keep an eye on him. The Englishman with 25 goals at Wingate University. He'll be in the middle tonight. As for the visitors, coached by Ian Cameron, the big change here, Pablo Har. He's only missed one game in the 3+ years history of USL League One. That was when they went to Toronto. He's out tonight with a facial injury. In comes TJ Bush for his first career pro start. The man, the 24-year-old out of James Madison. He was an 80th pick in last year's Super Draft. It's a big night for him. Those lineups brought to you by Simon Med Imaging. Look at FC Tucson in those lovely jerseys. New for this year. Nice crowd in attendance tonight. Both of these teams again coming off big wins last weekend. Tormenta still alive also in the US Open Cup. They'll take on Inter Miami in 10 days or so. We got both teams at the wrong ends at the moment. Referee Adam Zarin, make sure that's correct. There's Tormenta in all white tonight with some navy trim on the shoulders. FC Tucson in the blue and red. Probably a bit of a miscommunication after the coin toss. Don't usually see this at the pro level, but listen, things happen. Here's your injury report for FC Tucson. Out, Joao Delgado, Franco Perez, Tarn Weir, Tevin Shaw, and Hanus out for Tormenta. Pablo Har, obviously, and Ekenrode. Also out is Sterling, Keziah Sterling, the Englishman who played at Spurs, even played in a Champions League game during his time there. He's got a toe injury, should be back soon. Settling in, has played off the bench a couple of times for Ian Cameron. 4 straight shutouts for Tormenta, and we're underway here from Tucson. Two teams who love to play entertaining football. 4 wins for teams in our first 4 games here in week 5. Can we get a 5th one tonight? There were no draws last week either. Some early draws this season. Remember last year how many draws we had that led to the table being super tight. Calixto's chasing this one, but first touch there for TJ Bush. Kingsford RJ up top tonight. Adrian Bilhart, we thought he'd be more on the right side, but he's seems to be laying up a little on the left so far tonight. Gabriel Cabal and Chris Heckenberg patrolling the middle tonight for Ian Cameron's men. It's Curtis Thorne. Goes long for Arthur Boshua. He's Kingsford's RJ. Such a low center of gravity. Bill Hart now, what a great start he had to last season before hurting his knee. It's a lovely ball, and it's just too far ahead of Curtis Thorne. He loves to overlap from that fullback spot, does the Englishman. Here's your goalkeeper for Tucson, Carlos Moranci. There's a look at Scotsman Ian Cameron, coach for Tormenta. As his team playing some great defensive football at the moment. In 4 straight clean sheets in all competitions. That included 2 wins over USL Championship sides in the Open Cup. Here's Derry Corf. Always with those trademark socks over his knees. Another Englishman on the pitch tonight. Bedoya, who scored the winner last week. Out wide to Tyler Moss. This ball's played in. It will be our first corner of the night for the home team. Brought to you by Nova Home Loans Sunrise Branch. There's John Perlman. Took over last season. Now the permanent head coach. This one's swung in by his team. Headed by Corf. Can't quite get on top of that one. They'll go over TJ Bush's goal. Let's look at Derry Corf. John Perlman said this week that he needs to learn a little bit when to speed up the game and when to slow down the game. Sometimes he does the wrong thing, but what a talent Derry Corf is, can score goals from anywhere. Here's a look on the right show replay at that half chance from Derry Corf. John Perlman said the first goal will be key in this one. And you don't want to play behind against most of these teams in League One, especially Tormenta. Good work there by Curtis Thorne to keep that one in. And a take on Deshaun Nembard. 2 fullbacks going at each other. Good work there by Nembard. He may have earned himself a throw, and yes, he did. Good work there by the young number 12. Here's a look at your keys to the game, as you mentioned, for Tucson. Get that first goal, it's going to be key. And Tormenta come in super confident with those 4 straight clean sheets, the run in the US Open Cup. Key to that will be to stay confident. Obviously the loss of Pablo Jara potentially could be a big one. We'll see how that plays out this evening. Like to keep consistency with your goalkeeper, and Pablo Jara has been as consistent as they come. Came into this weekend tied with Tyler Polak of Greenville for the most appearances in USL League One, but now he's going to fall 1 match behind the veteran left back. Here's Bill Hart. That might be our first yellow card of the evening, and it will be a quick one in the first 4 minutes. That one goes to Charlie Matchell. And a deserved one, stopping the fast break by Bill Hart. Not sure what he had to complain about there. I know it's early. That one, there was no doubt about it, though. Matchell played his youth soccer at Newcastle United in England. Lost to Newcastle today in the, to Liverpool in the Premier League. He has played all over the place. Faroe Islands, Malaysia, Oman, Singapore, Cambodia. True mercenary is Charlie Matchell. Now finds himself in Tucson. Again, we saw in the pre-game lineup, scored 25 goals for Wingate before transferring to East Tennessee State to finish his collegiate career. Also spent time in Denmark. I don't know how many passports he's gone through, and all the stamps he'd need. Nembard plays it back. Jacob Kroll, center back. Both center backs for Tucson tonight have goals this season. Jacob Kroll and Luca Mastrantonio. John Perlman said Jacob Kroll was one of the first players he targeted this offseason at bringing in. Such a great presence at the center back spot. Leads by example, hard worker. All the intangibles and intangibles he brings. And already opened his goal scoring account this year. Listen, the more goals you can get from your back line, the better. Almost a bonus. Jamil Roberts chasing that one down. Here's the turnover in deep. There's going to be a foul though. Bashir won't get a chance to potentially unleash from there. Is Burke failing? It's called for the foul. Excuse me, the foul was on Burke failing. There's Jacob Kroll on the ball. Now him and Dengler. Quite the partnership so far. Both of these back lines. Obviously Tucson struggled in that first game against Richmond with that 4-0 loss. Tightened things up a little bit since then. See, there's 2 goals allowed by Chattanooga, only 1 goal allowed against Madison. John Perlman said about Tormenta is they'd love to get players around the ball and behind the ball quickly. One reason they've been able to put these 4 clean sheets together in a row. The goal they've allowed so far was that 1-0 loss to North Carolina FC in the opener. That was Garrett McLaughlin. The only man to score against Tormenta this year. Greenville dominated possession on Saturday, but just couldn't find a way through in that final third. Here's Nembard now into the final third. Korf, nice turn. For Matchell will go all the way out for a goal kick. Here's a little look at TJ Bush. On the bench 13 times for Charlotte Independence last year in the USL Championship, but didn't make any starts. It was his first pro year out of James Madison. Nice flick by Pessoa here to Ajay. Into the box, double teamed now. That's how threatening Tucson know he can be. Finds Thorne. Looking for the right-footed cross. Crawls there to force the poor cross in the end from Thorne. Back down the other end for a goal kick, this time from Morancia. Bright start for both sides. Beautiful conditions here tonight in Tucson. Did the game in Madison earlier. It was a complete windy and rainy mess there at Bree Stevens. Morancia under a bit of pressure. Kroll will clear it for Allen. It's Bedoya. And back to Bedoya from Calixtro. Korf. Not too far in front of Louis Perez. A player to watch. John Perlman says Louis Perez always asks him a ton of questions. He almost interviews him every time he gets before a game, asking him where he wants him to be and how he wants him to play. Great quality on the ball, loves to distribute. He ran more than anyone in the win over Chattanooga last weekend. He said he's here to make a difference in every game. He barely arrived just before the season. We got a foul here by Gio Calixtro. It's on Jake Dengler. Both teams looking to go direct here. Arthur Boschra putting some pressure on. A couple of goals himself in all competitions this season already. Bedoya with the foul. Sorry, Gabriel Cabral on Bedoya. 8-on-8 action. It's just clumsy there. Gabriel Cabral, the 24-year-old out of Brazil. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. It's Boshua lays it off to Ajay. Look at the turn, instead fires Curtis Thorne. The cross in is blocked by Allen. Here comes Derry Korf. Good skill there. Decent long ball, but easily met there. Nembard on the ball now, finds Heckenberg. He'll sit a little bit behind Cabral sometimes, as a more of a holding mid. Kroll tracking back now. I'll let that one go all the way through to Morancio. Headed by Korf. We're over two clear away. Spent last season with for Madison. 25 starts for them. So previously with Reno 1868, didn't play for them in the USL Championships. Calixtro lets this one roll all the way back. Phelps will shepherd it back to TJ Bush. Phelps back in his traditional center back spot after some experiments at center forward the last couple of years. Here's Bill Hart. He's clipped by Matchell, who's got to be careful here. He's got a yellow card to his name. I didn't think the referee's going to pull out a second one just yet, but just a free kick here for Tormenta as Bill Hart limps away from that challenge. Off with a header under pressure. We've had a few clumsy fouls here in these first few minutes. Referee Zarin has to get control, and that one's on Curtis Thorne. Luca Mastrantonio not happy about it. Curtis Thorne will throw his weight around. Didn't expect this game to be perhaps as physical as it has been in the first 14 minutes. Look at some of your scores. Top right from earlier today, Northern Colorado with the win over North Carolina. Charlotte with that late winner. Had to come from behind to beat defending champions Omaha. Mr. Antonio chases back. Pressure by Bill Hart. Attempted clearance by Tyler Moss comes off him. There's the score from Madison earlier today. That game was delayed due to weather. Started a half hour late. Mistake from Phil Brino. Led to a goal from 40 yards out. Go watch those highlights on social media when you get a chance. That was the only highlight really of that game, but it was quite the finish. Here's Korf now, down the left side with some space. Bedoya on the overlapping run. Korf's going to take it himself. Onto his right foot from 19 yards out, blocked by Heckenberg. Louis Perez looking deterred, but now Bill Hart comes away with it. Onside here is Bashua. He's got RJ in the middle, wide open. Allen's trying to track back. Oh, the ball's just too far ahead of RJ. A better ball from Bashua, that would have been 1-0. Good break from Tormenta. Curtis Thorne keeps it in. Plays it back. Bill Hart with the left foot. Blocked in front again. Tormenta still have it in the box. Bashua out wide to Thorne. Thorne with the cross in. Good claim by Marancio. Take it back. There's Heckenberg drifting into the box. One of the late runs. Bush claims that kick. Marancio goes from one goal to the other. Carlos Marancio comes into this game with 2 assists as a League One goalkeeper. It's almost a lovely ball through. Great late challenge by Tyler Moss. Or interception, I should say. Stifling that chance out. Cabral. Heckenberg looking for options. Finds Bill Hart. He's going to have a crack from there. Another block shot. This time by Luca Mastrantonio. Tucson will just hoof this one down into the other half. Denver will chase back. Jake Denver going route 1. Good work back again. That was Moss again. Look at those cuties. Not sure I'll remember much of this one, but you got to start him young. Curtis Thorne wins that aerial duel. You throw for Korf. Bedoya. Chasing back for that one is Louis Perez. Played last season for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, 26 appearances for them. Most of his youth soccer with the famous Paris Saint-Germain club. Coming over here to play college ball for UCF. Even game so far here. 2 shots for Tucson, 1 for Tormenta, but none on goal yet. Possession just slightly in favor of the home team. Stone can't seem to find any options here. Just lobs it down towards Bashua. Thorn into Ajay. Scored what John Perlman thought maybe would be his first headed goal last week against Greenville. Obviously it was a header back across and couldn't really miss. Speaking of chances, here's Ajay off the post. Basura knocked it back to him. Tormenta still have it. Heckenberg for Bill Hart. Basura back to Bill Hart. Out wide now. Cross comes in looking for Thorn at the back post. He's going to knock it back again. Basura, is he fouled? No, no call. Referee Zarin says play on, but a golden chance. The first real one in this game comes for Tormenta. Kingsford Ajay. The back post. We'll take another look at it when we get a chance. Comes off Lloyd Perez and out of play. Bill Hart now. Left-footed cross is a good one. Blocked by Kral and then skied over by Jameel Roberts. There's another look at the right share replay. It's a lovely flick by Bashua. Kingsford Ajay just couldn't get on the right side of the ball to knock it into the net. Bashua and Kingsford Ajay looking to be one of the most potent 1-2 combinations in the league. Showing some good cohesion between them already early in this season. Calixtro. Failing out wide, crossing in now. The head of Korf. Defeated Bedoya for a second, but just lost control at the critical point. Allen shoulders it back in. Korf shrugging off the tension of Thorn. Finds Calixtro into the box on the left side. Back to Calixtro. Shot blocked by Dangler. And there's Ajay coming all the way back to help out on defense. Crisp match so far in this first 21 minutes. Plenty of solid passing. Tucson perhaps lacking a little in the final third. Only 38.1% passing accuracy so far in that danger area. 7 crosses for Tormenta. That one's turned over, and here come Tormenta. Bill Hart, again, on the right-hand side, on the left tonight. At least so far. Crowd tonight at Keno North. Stone slips, but he'll just get a foot on it before his fellow countryman Korf could. Kingsford Ajay. Lovely ball in for Thorn. Get a right-footed cross in. There's a decent one headed away. As far as Cabral. Looking to open the scoring here. It's a good ball in. It's almost too easy for Bashua. Not sure if he was waiting for the flag. Puts his head in his hands and realizes what that could have been. Delightfully floated ball in. Let's take a little look at it on the right shore replay. Bill Hart with the delivery. Yeah, I think Bashua almost had too much time to think about that one. Try and knock it inside the far post, and he looks to the heavens. And realizes what a chance that was. Tormenta now on the front foot here in the last 5 minutes. 2 golden chances to take the lead. Tucson's been a busy man tonight. Action coming down this left side for Tucson. Seven total shots now, 4 for Tormenta, 3 for Tucson. A bright start for both sides. Stay up to date on all things FC Tucson by following at FC Tucson on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and download the official FC Tucson mobile app today. This one's cleared away, Calixtro. Turn it halfway, instead goes back. Long ball for Korf. Unfortunately, his touch let him down. Ball will go the way back to TJ Bush. Need to really be called into action. TJ Bush, Maurizio's yet to make a save, but saw one shot come off his left-hand post, and another one from Bashua with the header. Almost float over and into the far corner. Your schedule for next weekend: Richmond against Madison, the Henny Derby, Saturday night, 6 p.m. Chattanooga and NoCo. Mensa versus Charlotte. Mentioned Charlotte picked up that big win against Omaha earlier today. Tucson at home again next weekend. First time we've had 2 10 p.m. games or later in USL League One. As you see there, Fuego with their home opener. We're looking to repeat their season opening win at Greenville. This time it'll be in Fresno. 25 minutes into this one here in Tucson. Ross Davenport with you. No goals so far. Tormenta have had the better of the last 5 or 10 minutes, though. Hit the post with Kingsford Ajay and Arthur Bashir with a golden header chance. And no one around him. Here's Ajay now. This art is turned back by Perez. Here's Korf. Here's Allen. Apologize, I got my 2 left backs mixed up earlier in this game, both number 12. It's always a pain for commentators when that happens. Good movement here and good passing by Tucson, but they're not making much inroads into that Tormenta midfield. Now they'll go direct looking for Calixtro. There's Deshaun Nembard. He's fouled there. Foul on Burke failing, and Nembard taking his time to get up after that challenge. Tucson fans disagreeing with the decision by referee Zarin. Burke failing. On loan from Charleston Battery in USL Championship. Played 27 times for them last season. Didn't join until May. Luis Perez. Bedoya. Got the winner last week from the penalty spot against Chattanooga. Korf just keep that one in. It's the 7th meeting between these two sides. More of that in a second. Tucson are threatening here. Korf across the formation. Here's Korf again. Perez back to Korf. No foul there, but Tucson still in possession. Moss back to Perez. This is the 7th meeting between these two sides. Tormenta leads the series 3 wins, 2-2 with 1 tie. Last 2 meetings have both been 3-1 for the home team. 4 goals in each of those 2 games. Kevin Rodriguez had a pair last season, no longer with the team. Look at John Prom, obviously been with this organization for a long time. Since the amateur days. This could be a yellow card, and a silly one. Much to the disgust of John Perlman for Luis Perez. Kicking the ball away. Talked to a number of coaches this week that mentioned referees had been told not to put up with that nonsense. Kicking the ball away, stopping the quick free kick. Perez, the second FC Tucson player in the book tonight after Charlie Matchell, that first one in the first 4 minutes. Perlman said Perez wasn't playing his primary position while in Pittsburgh. And after the departure of Charlie Dennis, he talked to him and got his way out of Pittsburgh and said he wanted to play in his position on the right or in that central midfield. So he's been better each game and he'll continue to get better. Going to make his name for himself in League One. Tyler Allen skips past Ajay. Failing. Back to Allen. Turned by Failing now, but plenty of Tormenta players behind the ball. 9 of them, not including TJ Bush to be exact. Both teams won 1-1. Both teams lost their first game, tied their second one, and won the third one. That's a foul there as down goes Perez. Into the challenge from Heckenberg. Heckenberg from Australia. Played last year with Tormenta 2. One benefit for Tormenta is having that Tormenta 2 side to draw from. Here's another look on the right, sure replay. Just a lunge from Heckenberg, and Perez got himself between the challenge and the ball. A chance for a potential goal-scoring chance here for the home team. Not the best of deliveries, though. Flicked away and out wide. Corful track it down after it crosses the line, though. For a throw. Past the half-hour mark now. No goals here yet between Tucson and Tormenta. Tormenta had a good period, but Tucson is starting to come back into this game now. Tormenta hit the post. And a golden chance from Bashir just after it. But Tucson now playing their way into this game the last 5 to 10 minutes. Matchell. Good step there by Nembard. You see there, Tormenta, 460 minutes since their last goal conceded in all competitions. They haven't really tested TJ Bush yet. You'd think with the new goalkeeper they'd look to do that, at least early in the game. Keeper making his first pro start. Now perhaps he has a chance. Failing. Gary Korf was deflected. He might be able to earn himself a corner here, but that's superb work by Jake Dengler to save the corner and give Tucson a throw instead. Great hustle by Dengler. Ball into Calixto at the edge of the box, looking to find some space for a shot, but snuffed out again. And here come Tormenta with Bilhart. Ajay was streaking towards the middle, but Bilhart tried to play it outside instead. It's a bit of a miscommunication there. Good work there by Phelps. Get to that ball before Calixto, but Tucson still with it. Back into Bedoya. Phelps is a little out of position. Now Calixto. Back to Bedoya. Is that a foul? No, it was right at the corner of the box. Bedoya got up very quickly. Didn't complain about it. It was Nembard with the contact. Fans think it should have been a penalty. Perlman, that look said it all. Here's another look at it on the right share replay. It was certainly clumsy from Nembard. It was from behind. Right in front of the assistant referee, but most assistant referees, as long as the referee has a good look at it, they're not going to try and step in. That was good there from Nembard. And now here comes Tormenta looking to clear the lines. Fairly wanted the throw, didn't get it. John Perlman making the point that the assistant referee was perhaps overruled by the referee, and he was right there. Let's take another look at it if we can. Yeah, it looked like it hit the inside of Calixto's leg before going out of bounds. It was a tough one for the referee. Ajay with a heavy touch. Now under a bit of pressure from Boschwa. Mauricio will clear. Calixto looking to take on Josh Phelps. Phelps has got plenty of help though. Calixto will look back inside. Allen. Seem to get forward that much tonight. Korf dancing around inside the box. Go wide to Allen. Korf with the cross in. Not enough air under that one. Tucson still with the possession now. Again, been much the better team here over the last 15 minutes. Can they turn it into a goal, the home team? Here's the ball in by Perez. Over everybody and out for a goal kick. The USL Championship returns to ESPN2 as the back-to-back Eastern Conference title holders Tampa Bay Rowdies head west to take on a high-powered Phoenix Rising FC. Sunday, May 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. That's a matchup certainly worthy of ESPN2. With 350 days of sunshine a year and wide open spaces ready for you to explore, Tucson is perfect for your next adventure. Check out visittucson.org or find us on your favorite social channel. Ajay coming back deep to try and get a little more involved. This game has tightened up a little bit. Well, over the last 15 minutes hasn't been quite as free flowing. Good possession, but just mostly for possession's sake, and both teams seem to be resulting in this long ball, but this one comes to the feet of Heckenberg. Out wide now, cross comes in. Good block there by Master Antonio. That will result in a corner for the visitors. Corner brought to you by Nova Home Loans Sunrise Branch. As Gabriel Cabral will saunter over to take this one. Under 8 minutes remaining in this first half from Tucson. No goals so far. A couple of real good chances for Tormenta. Nothing much for Tucson as of yet. Here comes the corner. It's a good delivery. Headed away. Roberts chips it back in. Mauricio had sort of half come for it, had to retreat, but it was over the head of Phelps. And harmlessly out for a goal kick. Carlos Mauricio, native of Mexico, 23 years old. Here with Tucson in 2019-2020. Left last year for Hartford in the USL Championship, but only made one appearance there. Now back with Tucson. He's also the goalkeeper coach for the soccer team at the University of Arizona. Another throw here for Tyler Moss, right in front of his own bench. Bard stands his ground. And comes off Perez and out for a Tormenta throw. There's been some nice football in this first 39 plus minutes, but only those two real golden chances. But here's Ajay perhaps on the other side now, getting around, but Allen's back, helping out on that right side. Shot from distance from Jamil Roberts. Mauricio was never worried. Roberts with the left-footed effort. Was never threatening Mauricio's goal in the end. Roberts, another one of the many Englishmen on this pitch, 23 years old, played his college soccer for Marshall. Also played for Sporting Kansas City last year. There's Ajay. That's good defensive work in the end from Bedoya, using his body to shield Ajay. Ajay was complaining perhaps that Bedoya lost his balance and fell into him. Referee judging that Ajay had caused that. Perhaps let's take another look at that in the right shore replay. Yeah, that's perhaps a debatable decision by referee Zarin. A 50-50 challenge. Bedoya leaning into Ajay. Where that foul was, you're always likely going to give the benefit of the doubt to the defending team. England and Phelps are two difficult players to try and get these long balls past. No foul there. Bedoya got his foot onto the ball, and Tucson now as we approach 4 minutes remaining in this first half from Arizona. Tucson go long, looking for Perez. It's Bedoya now in the central position. It's poor from Calixto. Now Tormenta come the other way. Looking for an opportunity on the transition. Curtis Thorne is on his horse. Going to overlap Ajay. Boshua now, back out to Thorne. He'll drop it off to Cabral. Back to Thorne. And back to Cabral. Tucson have got bodies back now. Gio Calixto coming all the way back to help out on defense. Bill Hart. Slips. He kept in though by Cabral. Good tackle there by Failing. He was looking for help from Calixto, but Calixto had already started to wander up the other end. Now here's Roberts cutting in from his left midfield spot, I should say. Bedoya and Failing combined there to earn the free kick. A little bit of a frustrating first half. Both sides in that final third. Both teams playing very solid defense, not allowing any quality chances. Again, Tormenta with those two in the space of a couple of minutes. You see there, no shots on target for either team. 5 shots in total for Tormenta, 3 for Tucson. Possession now in favor of Tucson, 55.9 to 44.1 as Mauricio goes long. Dengler will clear it away, left-footed. Oshua. Matchell already with the yellow card all over his back. He has to be careful. Here's Roberts. Ajay. And there's Thorne on that great overlapping run from the left. Eric Korf's come all the way back to help on defense. It was a good low cross. Boshua's touch is too heavy. And now for a goal kick. This has been the story tonight. final touch or finish hasn't quite been there for either side. And as a result, we're 0-0 as we approach the break. Here come Tormenta. Good covering work by Master Antonio. Stop that ball getting into Ajay from Cabral. Tormenta go quick. Down goes Jamil Roberts in a heap. Earns himself a free kick. Cameron, hands on hips. Yeah, Bedoya just caught knee to knee there. It was a clear free kick. John Perlman said he spends a lot of time on Fridays on defending set pieces. He said they really need to be on the plus side at the end of the season when it comes to goals. You've scored from set pieces as well as and then allowed. They want to be in that plus department, so he wants to be around plus 10 at the end of the year. Here comes the ball in from Cabral. It's a deep one. Off the head of Dengler, back across, nobody there. Headed back in and then finally away by Master Antonio as we will find out how much stoppage time we're going to have here at the end of the first half. Ajay now into the left side of the box. Shots fired. Good save in the end by Marancio. The first shot on target this evening. Marancio steps up to deny the man from Ghana. Nice ball in by Heckenberg into the channel. A good strike, but a comfortable height in the end for Marancio. Ball was headed over by Dengler from the corner. 1 minute of stoppage time here at the end of the first half, brought to you by Smoothie King. There's another look at that header. A long way out. This might do it for the first half here in Tucson. Lost Marancio. The first save of the game. As Adam Zarin blows his whistle, and that will take us to the break here in Tucson. A tight battle as Carlos Marancio kisses his left-hand post. He's going to kiss the right-hand one too, although the right-hand one didn't really do much. The left-hand post denied Kingsford Ajay early in the first half. And as a result, we'll be scoreless here at the break. TJ Bush hasn't had much to do in the Tormenta goal, replacing Pablo Jara. So stick around for the halftime report, brought to you by Clark. We'll have halftime highlights, stats, news and notes from around League One. No score here at the half between FC Tucson and South Georgia Tormenta as they look for their 5th straight clean sheet.
Looking to get away in Tucson? Well, the world's gathering place is right here with us at the Sheraton. A modern escape in Midtown that keeps you close to the action. The Global Restaurant brings you flavor from all over the world without ever having to leave the hotel, while the venue, Tucson's most dynamic event center, is on site for all of your event needs, from conference to cocktail hours. The world's gathering place, in the heart of the Sonoran Desert, the Sheraton Tucson.
This isn't a bank ad, so we don't need to show you vague community stock footage. We can show you places you know and call home because we call them home too. When you manage your money with a credit union, you're taking true ownership of your finances and how your money impacts the community. Stop letting banking just happen to you. Bring your money home to Vantage West.
I chose Pima Community College mostly for the smaller class sizes. It's very conducive to learning.
I like the one-on-one attention you get with the teachers.
At PCC, I don't feel lost. There's always someone to help.
And the teachers know your name, so that's really cool.
The more that I'm learning, the more I get excited about learning and coming to class.
It's such a great community, and I love the hands-on learning.
At PCC, I'm making my someday today.
FC Tucson fans, you have a choice when it comes to your medical imaging provider. With several locations throughout Tucson, SimonMed offers a full range of services, including X-ray, MRI, CT scans, and more. Whether you're looking to get back on the playing field or need answers to your healthcare concerns, SimonMed Imaging. See tomorrow, today. Visit simonmed.com or call 1-866-614-8555.
Go back to halftime here, presented by Carf. Let's take a look at our Week 4 highlights from USL League One. Last week, the most came in the first game, Chattanooga versus Tucson. Tucson ended up in this one giving Chattanooga a bit of their own medicine from last year. Opening the scoring there was Jimmy Villalobos. A beautiful ball by Mo Espinoza, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Villalobos already getting onto a good goal-scoring start to start the season.
Yep. Things would be tied up here. Tucson with the header, a little bit of a miscommunication in the Chattanooga defense. And here's Espinoza again. What a lovely ball across, and Rafa Minskin is not going to miss from there.
Yeah, they love what they've got in Rafa Minskin this season, and they think that he's going to be able to provide a lot of goals and assists this year.
And then our reigning now USL League One Player of the Week, Luis Perez, gets the tying goal, and then that was a clumsy challenge from Luna, Mark.
Yeah, he seems to try to argue his case there, but that's a pretty clear penalty in that spot.
Bedoya steps up with the late kick from the spot to win this one 3-2 on the road for the boys from Arizona. Now we'll head across the country to Greenville, where two tired teams met in South Carolina.
And you see here just some tough defending on the Greenville side of things, but an excellent 1-2 header here. Kingsford Ajay being able to put it away. He was brilliant in that game for the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, I asked Ian Cameron if that was perhaps Ajay's first headed goal of his career. He's not the tallest player in the world. He said perhaps, but he was in the right spot at the right time to put that one away, and Tormenta would double their lead.
Yeah, Kingsford Ajay, like you mentioned, one goal already, and then had a great pass here to slip it through some defenders. This Tormenta team just seems to know how to beat the Greenville Triumph. 4 straight victories against Greenville, and both of them were looking for that first one on the season, and despite Greenville dominating possession, Tormenta were the ones that were clinical in the final third.
Yeah, as Ian Cameron shakes hands with John Harkes after that victory. And we'll move on from the runners-up last year to the defending champions. Gary Green, he was handing out beers in Madison a couple of years ago. Excuse me, to Madison fans in Omaha a couple of years ago. This time he was handing out rings to the Omaha players, and it would be a solid victory on this night for Omaha.
Yeah, Ross, I mean, we keep talking about how this roster got pillaged after they won a title, and yet they haven't lost a game yet. It seems like J-Mims knows, first off, where to find these guys who fit into the culture and character of this program, but also on top of that, I mean, they have fit in, and credit to the players for stepping up right from the get-go this season.
Yep, Kamal Malcolm, the veteran Jamaican who was just brought in a couple of weeks ago, getting his first goal for Union Omaha, and then a late penalty and a red card that would be deposited by J.P. Skiers to finish the scoring in this one, 3-0 to the champs.
And Fuego, a team that looked really good to start the year, but getting humbled at Werner Park, something that a lot of teams in this league are all too familiar with.
Yeah, Fuego coming down to earth with a bit of a thump. And then we had some Monday Night Football, Mark, or football. Monday Night Football, I should say. Charlotte Independence hosting the Richmond Kickers. Richmond hadn't won in Charlotte since 2013, but got off to a good start here. The Argentine connection, Baima, with a lovely left-footed ball in, and guess who? Miliano Terzaghi with the opener.
Yeah, another Argentine connection that this Richmond team gets to boast this season. Baima been excellent off the bench so far this year.
But Duty would tie things up for Charlotte. Listen, they're going to be one of these teams that doesn't go away all season. They're going to score goals. They're going to give away goals. And this was tied up here at 1. Duty at the half, and then Richmond in the second half would find the winner.
Oh, when we're talking about game-winning goals in Charlotte, last time these two teams played, funny enough, September 8th, 2018, Ayman Zayed scored the game-winning goal for the Charlotte Independence, but this time, Richmond would have the last laugh.
Yeah, Bentley, 10 minutes into the second half for the winner there, as Darren Saratsky celebrates the victory there and will celebrate a new contract this year. Plenty of goals there from week 4. No, none tonight so far in Tucson, but still 45 minutes to remedy that. Come back with us. We'll be back with you with news and notes and Team of the Week, etc. coming up after this break here from Arizona.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
And it's all turning up goals. Oh, the audacity! Early fireworks at Wild Horse Pass. Welcome to Tampa Bay. And he drills it! Wow! What a goal!
Here's a look at the FC Tucson Pro Academy squad practicing. They'll kick off their second year this Sunday against defending USL Academy champions New Mexico United. You can check out the game 12:30 tomorrow on the North Grandstand Field adjacent to Keno North. The game is free to the public. Sebastian Pineda, a former FC Tucson player, will be the new head coach of this team. He's also the assistant coach for the first team. Come check out the future of FC Tucson tomorrow afternoon. Welcome back to halftime here. Let's take a look at our USL League One news and notes. Just 1 week until the W League gets going, and then Tyler Polak, the first player to make 75 League One appearances. It could have been Pablo Jara tonight to tie him, but he is obviously not in the 18 this evening due to injury. Let's look at our team of the week. Our player of the week, Tucson's very own Luis Perez. Rashid Nuhu, the starting goalkeeper, that did not feature this weekend for Omaha, got a rest. And Arthur Basura, obviously there as well for Tormenta, in action tonight in this one. Here's your scoreboard brought to you by C. Charo. Earlier games today, Northern Colorado with a road win at NCFC. Charlotte with the late victory over Omaha. Central Valley Fuego with the victory on the road at Madison. And then Greenville on Friday night with a penalty from Aaron Walker to edge Chattanooga. And then last Monday, that was also in Week 5, Richmond with the win over Charlotte. Here's a look at your Week 6 schedule. The Henny Derby, 6 p.m. on Saturday. We got the home debut of Central Valley Fuego. They'll try to repeat their win from the first game this season against Greenville, FC Tucson, Chattanooga, and Tormenta also at home. 5 games all on Saturday next week in Week 6. Your schedule presented by Athletic Brewing Company. Well, we're right back here with the second half from Tucson.
Kick off your shoes and go barefoot with us. Laugh with us. Sip barefoot wine with us. Surprise with us. Good times with us. celebrate you with us. The best times are barefoot with us. Groove with us. Bust a move with us. Always be there with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
Welcome back to halftime here in Tucson. No score between FC Tucson and South Georgia Tormenta. Halftime brought to you by Carf International. Let's take a look at our first half highlights from this one. It was a tight affair. We had to wait quite a while for the first shot on goal. South Georgia perhaps had the better of the first 25 to 30 minutes or so. It was a lovely ball in and a chance for Archie at the back post when he hit the post. Carlos Marancio thankful for that when he kissed it right before the break, thanking him for saving him there and keeping the score at 0-0. Archie looking for his second goal in as many games. Here's another chance just after this. It's a lovely little chipped in ball by Bill Hart. This was in the 23rd minute. Arthur Beauchouart, I think he had more time than he wanted. Wasn't sure exactly what to do with it. He was trying to head it over Marancio into the far corner. Didn't quite make proper contact with it. Here's a little 1-2. Well, this was the shot from distance by Roberts. He had a couple of late chances in the first half. We would have our first forced save by Carlos Marancio in stoppage time at the end of the first half. And there's your shots on target, 1 for Tormenta. Kept out by Marancio, 7 shots total. Actually, Tucson, plenty of possession, but unable to turn it into quality scoring chances as of yet. Two teams return to the pitch here at Keno North. See if we have any changes at the break. We'll let you know. Neither team made a substitution in that first 45 minutes. It was a good thing. We did see one forced in the previous game I did earlier tonight. TM had to lead in the first half for forward Madison. Didn't see any major injuries for either team in that first stanza. Look at the good crowd. The community corner, what a program that is for FC Tucson. They bring underprivileged kids in and get them a bus to the stadium, treat them to pre-game dinner, and give them prime seats on the sideline. Kids who perhaps otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to attend an FC Tucson game. No changes at the half for either team, I'm told. See who is the first one to pull the trigger from the bench in this one. Perhaps it might be Tucson to try and get something going in that final third. As referee Adam Zarin gets us underway here. From the desert, Tucson and Tormenta. Both teams looking for consecutive wins. Tormenta seeking their 5th straight clean sheets in all competitions. Derek Wolf looking to turn, double team there. Retains possession though. Some pressure from Tormenta. That's going to be almost a turnover. Roberts couldn't quite get there. That's a nice turn there by Tyler Moss. And a good pass to Gio Calixtro. Failing, looking to switch direction over to Korf. A good first touch here from the Englishman. Tyler Allen screaming down the left side. Here's the cross coming off the back of Curtis Thorne. He didn't know much about it, but he was in the right position to direct that one out for a corner. This corner brought to you by Nova Home Loans Sunrise Branch. Let's take a look at it on the right sure replay. Tyler Allen hasn't had too much time and space down that left side. Loves to get forward when he can. Tucson looking to go short here. Perhaps Perez coming over to help Bedoya. RJ over there to pay close attention to whatever they might have in mind. This one will be swung in by Bedoya. Front post flick by Calixtro was offered Tormenta playing. I don't think, well, Curtis Thorne tried to keep it in, but didn't. Go out for another Nova Home Loans Sunrise Branch corner kick.
And one more time with the Nova Home Loans Sunrise Branch corner kick. Let's
So let's do it all again. Bedoya once more. Dawn and Boshua guarding that front post. It's another good delivery. Master Antonio's there. Always a threat with his head, the big center back. Scored in that game against Chattanooga, but couldn't keep this one down. Take another look at it here on the right share replay. Heckenberg was there paying close attention to Master Antonio. Still no shots on target for the home team yet. Tormenta defense living up to expectations so far, giving this man, TJ Bush, making his first pro start. A nice evening so far. Hasn't had anything to do really other than distribute. I'm sure he'd love to keep it that way. And Pablo Jara, long-time starter for Tormenta, out with a facial injury tonight. Hopefully he'll be back next weekend. I'm sure he certainly wants to be back for that US Open Cup match against Inter Miami in South Florida. Lock in the best seat and price for season tickets by visiting fctucson.com/tickets. Season tickets are starting at only $10 a game and include exclusive benefits at fctucson.com/tickets. King Fadaje goes down, but no call on the foul. He gets up in disgust. Some pressure on here to start the second half. Create a turnover that could lead to this game's opening goal. There's your update. 475 minutes since their last goal conceded. Tucson now making roads into this Tormenta final third. Perez. Good ball to find Failing. Out wide now to Korf. He's going to shoot from distance, hits the leg of Ajay, and bounces over TJ Bush's goal for a corner. Fourth one of the night for Tucson. This is a Nova Home Loan Sunrise Branch corner kick. This one will be from the left side. Excuse me, on the right side with the left foot. Swung in near post, headed away by Roberts. Here comes Bilhart. Chased down by Bedoya. Good battle here down this left wing. Bedoya all over the back of Bilhart, but he gets away from him. Good covering help in the end by Tyler Moss. Space for Derry Korf. Take on Heckenberg. He turns Heckenberg completely inside out, and then Heckenberg fouls Korf. Heckenberg disagrees. Born in California, but grew up in Australia. Taking a look at it here on the right share replay. Claims he got the toe on the ball. He may well have done. It's a harsh decision. Here come Tucson. Allen. Comfortable at either fullback spot, Tyler Allen. Is Cayley now failing, with a shot from distance, blocked. Flickstro couldn't retain it. Here comes Tucson again. Louis Perez. Good foot in there from Nembard, as he and Perez have some words. Perhaps about dinner plans this evening after the game, surely. Swung wide now. Korf. Trying to do a little 1-2, but RJ back to help on defense. And then go out for a goal kick. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus, the home for the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Sub in this second half from Tormenta. Get that in a second. There's a good step there by Tyler Moss. Swings it to Korf over his head. So we might have a couple of subs for Tormenta coming in here. Are they ready now? Yes, they are. As you can see there, 11, 4, 14. So in comes Alex Morel. Started his USL 1 career with Tormenta, went off to Greenville, and now back with Tormenta. He will enter the game for Jamil Roberts. Also entering the game, Barry Sharifi, the midfielder, number 47. He's coming in for Kingsford Ajay. Interesting substitution there. Team Cameron just looking to change things up tactically. Barry Sharifi, the 24-year-old from New York. Spent his youth career with the New York Red Bulls. Last year with Loudoun United, only a couple of appearances. See Alex Morel, the first goal scorer in USL League One history for this team. Bill Hart now. Looking for Sharifi. Looks like he's going to play up alongside Boshra in the straight swap with Ajay. All the way through. I'm not sure if that was the best decision by Moss. He put Morancio under a bit of pressure. He will clear it away. So this one is Phelps. He'll knock it out for a throw. Calixto to take it quickly. Good work there by the ball boy. Calixto will now slow things down. Looks like Morel will slide in on that left side. It's a straight swap for Roberts. With 9 career goals in USL League One. 22nd overall pick in the 2016 Super Draft by the Chicago Fire. Out of Lakeland, Florida. From Tucson now, down this left side, Korf. 2 Tormenta players in front of him. Still gets the cross in. Went through everybody. One player in the 6-yard box was Calixto. Denbar now under pressure from Perez. Good step there by Matchell. It's Calixto now. So many Tormenta players back to help out though. Nice little chip in. Calixto with his back to goal. Looking to flick it towards Bush. He manages to keep it out. No, he didn't manage. It did go out for a corner. First time we've really seen a Tucson player in that deep in the penalty box. Dangler did well in the end. It will be a Sunrise Branch. Nova Home Loan Sunrise Branch corner kick. This one swung a decent delivery. Made away by Nembart. No shove there from Thorne. Down went Korf. His pass to Bill Hart is just a little astray. The end product has just been lacking a little bit from both teams in this one. See if these changes by Tormenta can spark something. 7 shots for both sides so far, just the one on target for Tormenta that was saved well by Marancio at the end of that first half. See RJ hit the post back in the 21st minute. Passes in the opponent's half, 150 to 146. That tells you how tight things have been. Just over a half hour for either one of these teams to find a bit of magic. Perhaps find the winner. That will be a throw for Tucson. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Mr. Antonio clears it away. That one is going to go out for a Tormenta corner. The Nova Home Loans Sunrise Branch corner kick for the visitors. Adrian Billhart over to take this one. 24-year-old from Germany, playing soccer also in Florida at USF. This is the assistant referee asking for the Tormenta subs to get out the way. It's Kalen Fox causing all sorts of trouble for Billhart. It's a decent delivery front post, headed away by Allen. We're going to have a foul inside the 6-yard box. It's like perhaps Barry Sharifi called for it. Didn't quite see what happened, but Adams Aaron saw something. Carlos Marancio will restart from the edge of his 6-yard box as we hit the hour mark here from Tucson. Russ Davenport here with you. No goals so far between FC Tucson and South Georgia Tormenta, looking for their 5th straight clean sheet here in Keno North. Here's a chance now. Billhart, 20 yards out with the left foot. That's the end of the shutout. Adrian Billhart. Don't give that man a chance from that distance. He'll make you pay. And the German gives the visitors a 1-0 lead. Let's see what that goal means to him after his devastating injury last year. A good ball in. Just too much space left for him by FC Tucson at the back. It's a quality shot past Marancio. It's been a long road back for Adrian Billhart. Such a bright start to last year for that terrible knee injury. It was really a needless challenge. And Tucson now find themselves down 1-0 at home. A lot to do against a team that can just shut the door. It's going to be a yellow card for Luis Perez. A little frustration coming out as he takes down Alex Morel. And that's a second one for Luis Perez. Our player to watch is going to watch the rest of this game from the locker room. Well, a catastrophic couple of minutes for John Perlman's men. He mentioned how critical that first goal would be. This was silly from Perez. It was good work from Morel. And then just a hack on the knee. Just very silly and a not particularly dangerous position. And unfortunately, an early bath for the man from France. A lot of red cards early in this League One season. Another one here. John Perlman said in our chat this week, he said, no one wants to play from behind in this league. A lot of teams comfortable in the low block, especially this Tormenta team. We've seen how difficult they've made it for Tucson in the final third to now. Now it's going to be even more difficult for the home team. As Nebard floats this one right side. And down by Thorne, looking for Sharifi. Game didn't really have a whole ton of action until these last few minutes. A great strike to open up the scoring by Adrian Bilhart, and then a silly second yellow obtained by Luis Perez, who will now miss the next match. Big piece of John Perlman's midfield he'll have to replace. Joao Delgado, a natural replacement, but not quite ready from injury yet. Start pushing forward against Tormenta, they can exploit you very easily. Here comes Sharifi. Out wide to Thorne. Oshua, he's had a quiet night except since that header chance in the 26th minute. Here's Sharifi again, was looking for Bilhart, but intercepted there by Failing. Ball in with the turn, Sharifi. He's got Thor on the right. He didn't need him. Went for goal. Just flash wide. Off Maurizio's far post. Good chance for the substitute. Allen left in too much space. Free kick here for Tucson. Jump home with only the one change so far. Here come Tormenta again. Down the right with Bashua, but over there is Jake Kroll. This will go back. Offside, what do we have here? Alex Morel with some footwear issues. We're going to have some substitutions here for FC Tucson. I was going to wonder how much longer John Perlman would wait. Kalen Fox makes his way onto the pitch. Recovered from injury enough to come off the bench this evening. Also comes on Yuki Shibata in place of Gio Calixtro. So let's see what happens here with Fox. He's normally a center back coming on for a central midfielder. Shibata for Calixtro, a pretty much straight up substitution up top as Alex Morel gets his foot tended to. Shibata, the 24-year-old from Japan. Spent last year in Nisa playing for the Michigan Stars as well as Stumptown AC. Still down. head tennis here. Caleb Fox wins that challenge. Derry Corf earns the free kick. Looks like Jake Krull might move a little further up the pitch. Saw him do that at times for Omaha. See Shibata with some good pace. See if he can be the hero off the bench in this one. Try and save a point for the home team. As Alex Morel makes his way back onto the pitch. Some attention to his foot. With 350 days of sunshine a year and wide open spaces ready for you to explore, Tucson is perfect for your next adventure. Check out visittucson.org or find us on your favorite social channel. Silly decisions from players. That was certainly one of them by Perez. When you know you have a yellow card and you find yourself down 1-0 in the second half. Here's Tyler Moss as the Tucson player with a red. Tucson now the only team with 2 reds already in League One. Bill Hart roughed that one in. Looking for Boshua. NAIA school. This year with 9 red cards. I think about a third of those were from Maxi Schenfeld. Here comes Shibata. Basua to make the run. Basua's open in the middle, but Morel couldn't find him. Goes to Marancio. A little bit of pressure. Clear. Knocks it down for Tucson. Tyler Moss. 2 yellow cards issued. Gonna let that one go all the way through. His substitution. Reminder that the loanee enters the game for Tormenta. He's come back this season from an ACL tear last year. Josue Soto. Nice veteran signing for Ian Cameron, 33-year-old from Texas. Some less experience with Chivas USA as well as the Houston Dynamo. And last year in the championship with RGV. As down goes Derry Corf. You can see Adam Zarid explaining that's the last one, that next one perhaps with a yellow card. Elijah Winder missed the entire of the 2021 season due to injury. Come Tormenta again. Sharifi. Gets inside. Looking for Boschwa, the edge of the box, turns. Can't find the space to shoot, comes out wide to Thorne. Takes some valuable seconds off the clock here as we get close to 15 minutes remaining in this one. Adrian Billhart's goal, the difference so far. See, red card to Luis Perez a few minutes later. Making things a lot harder for Tucson in this one to find the equalizer. Well, this one comes there off the referee, plays the advantage. There was a foul right before it. Morel. It's a little too early to take it to the corner as Master Antonio dispossesses him. Phelps with a lovely touch there. All the way back to TJ Bush. Yet to make a save in his pro debut. And out of James Madison. So if you just joined us, Pablo Jara did not make his 75th League One start here tonight. Out with a facial injury sustained in that win over Greenville last weekend. Step there by Kalen Fox to stop the chance for Tormenta. And here come Tucson the other way. Allen looking for Korf on the through ball. He's got the other side of Phelps, but a good recovery by the Australian. Knocks it out for a throw-in. Gets it taken away from him, and that's a lovely bit of footwork, and that's going to be a yellow card for Kalen Fox, his first of the season. And having a bit of chat with Phelps. It's a yellow card for Phelps in retaliation for that tackle on Boschwa. Phelps, a no-nonsense player. Physical players in USL League One. Hasn't needed to be tonight, though. Let's take a look at what happened here. It's a lovely bit of footwork from Boschwa. And a clear yellow card from Fox. I'm not sure why Phelps felt the need to run all the way down and challenge Kalen Fox. Good job by referee Zarin to keep them apart. Yellow card brought to you by Vantage West Credit Union for Joshua Phelps. Kalen Fox played his college ball at the University of Kentucky. Spent some time playing in Iceland. All the way through to Morancio. Fox also played at Reading United alongside former USL League One All-League player Aaron Malloy. Right there by Josue Soto. Gets the ball away. Boschwa. Find a way through the traffic. Here comes Tyler Allen now on the right. In his natural position. Here's Korf also on this side now. John Perman trying everything to try and see if he can find this equalizer. That's a heavy touch by Allen. Will he keep it in? Yes, he will. Worked by the speedy fullback. Can he get the cross in? Low one. And will come away with it. There's a foul there on Boschwa by Tyler Moss. With this win, Tormenta would join the logjam at the top of this table with 7 points. Make it 5 teams with 7 points. Here's Morel now. Footed cross attempt is blocked by Tyler Moss, and that'll bring us A Nova Home Loan Sunrise Branch corner kick. Lance Morel will take his time with this one, no doubt. It's a big feature for Greenville until lost his position to Jesus Sabar and Alan Gavilanes on those wings for John Harkes. And that was a late preseason signing here, because there's a good corner of the back post. Dengler couldn't direct it on target or back to one of his teammates, and Tucson will come away with it, but turned over here by Tormenta. It's Cabral. Morel. Soto. Cabral. Good pressure there from Failing. Forces the errant pass, and Tucson with the throw here as we reach the 10-minute mark remaining in this one from Tucson. Ross Davenport here with you. That's going to be a free kick. And another yellow. That one's for Heckenberg. It's Kalen Fox trying to pump the crowd up here. Get some energy going on the pitch. Just a silly late challenge from Heckenberg, perhaps sending a message. Oh, sorry, that was for Arthur Bosher. I take that back. 27 and 21 confused. Bosher with the yellow. Perhaps a message being sent from Phelps via Bosher towards Kalen Fox after that little confrontation earlier. It's going to be a foul. Elijah Winder. It's been a frustrating night overall for Tucson. Haven't been able to challenge this man, TJ Bush. So looks like Tucson getting ready to make their final change. This one will be grabbed by Morancio before Bashua can get to it. May have taken a stray hand there to the eye. He's in some pain. Soto lifts it over for Boschwa. Just a little too far outside for him to find the touch, though. There's Thorne. Soto. Off on his horse, helping back. That's a delightful ball. Good step by Kalen Fox, though. And that will be a corner. Good work by Thorne in return. Forces the Nova Home Loan Sunrise Branch corner kick off the foot of Kalen Fox. This way Soto being warned by the assistant referee not to take too long with this corner kick. As we do have that substitution now. Wang Sunday enters the game for Burke Failing. Wang Sunday, 28-year-old from Nigeria. See him into the penalty box here, and he gets to mark Josh Phelps on this corner. Not an easy task. He'll go short. Morel looking to get the ball in, and does, off the head, and it's in! 2-0! Barry Sharifi, a little short corner through the timing off for Tucson, and it was a lovely delivery from Morel. And Morancio is beaten once again, and Tormenta look to put this one away in the desert.
Correction, number 47, Barakatullah Sharifi.
Nice finish by Sharifi. Lovely ball in by Morel. Got over both Krull and Kalen Fox at that front post, and Sharifi basically unmarked between the two center backs. And it was a a good finish into the far corner. Barry Sharifi's first goal of the season. Here come Tormenta now looking for a third. This one's pulled back to Morel. Horseway takes it, Soto takes it instead, now back to Thorne. Tormenta will just slow it down here. Barry Sharifi's first professional goal. He doesn't have too many appearances. It's only his 19th professional start. Spent time with Red Bulls 2, Loudon, and Red Bulls U23s. This was his first goal. Congratulations to Barry Sharifi. You can see what it meant to him in that celebration. 2 very meaningful goals tonight for Tormenta. And again, 5 minutes away from their 5th straight clean sheet in all competitions. Thorne with the low ball in, looking for Boshua. Doesn't find him, it comes right back to Thorne. Cabral, tons of space. He's gonna have a go from there, blocked out in front by Master Antonio, but here's a good step by Nembard. His ball in is blocked. Tucson will scoop it away. Korf goes down under pressure, but Phelps apparently got the ball, and now he's feeling some cramp. As is Korf, perhaps, and he seems to be okay. It's a good lunging challenge from Phelps. Yeah, just felt that in the calf as he stretched all the way. Tucson still seeking their first clean sheet of the season. Now, more than 2 goals 4 times in their 6 games in all competitions this year. Allowed 4 to Richmond in the opener, 2 to Vegas in their 3-2 win over them, then 2 goals to Cal United in the Cup, as well as 2 to Chattanooga last weekend. Two quality finishes tonight from the visitors from Georgia. As I mentioned, will join a tie at the top of the League One standings. Will be separated by goal difference. Tormenta will be in 2nd place behind Richmond Kickers unless they can find a goal or 2, the 1 goal difference behind them. So Richmond, South Georgia, Charlotte, Chattanooga, and Central Valley all with 7 points. I'll show you the full standings after this one. Tormenta hungry for a third. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this one from Keno North. Mr. Antonio looking to get something going. A good step by Dengler. Story of your night. 3 shots on goal for Tormenta. 2 of them have gone in and none still for Tucson. Wondered whether Pablo Hara would be missed, but can't force any shots on goal. You can't find that out. We're going to have a substitution here. Josh Phelps is coming out the game. Takes his captain's armband off. Make way for Owen Green. 23-year-old from Leicester, England. Born in England, but raised in South Florida. It's cleared away by Cabral. Here goes Boschwa. He's got the other side of Master Antonio now. Looks to cut back. Good work back in the end by Master Antonio. Boschwa looking for help. He's double teamed. He's going to try and go for the top corner, but it floats by Marancio's goal. We'll look at it on the right sure replay. Never really going in from that angle. It's a great angle there from the field level camera. Stick around after the game. Full-time highlights, the save of the match, and more. Full-time stats, obviously, from this one. Final game of Week 5 here in USL League One. We will have 3 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Smoothie King. This one laid back, good save by Marancio. Soda with a chance, but put that one straight at the keeper. The veteran would love to have opened his League One account there, but wasn't to be. Step by Nembard. Gorf. Knocked away by Heckenberg. Just turn the pace from Cabral. Out wide now for Boschwa. He's got Sharifi in the middle. Blocked by Fox. Tormenta will slow things down. Look to put this one away in the desert. Focus their attention next to the Charlotte Independents. Next weekend before taking on Inter Miami the following midweek. As Bush clears downfield. Three of the next 4 matches will be at home in League One. As Fox goes back to Marancio. Will be a rematch against FC Tucson in late May in Georgia. Puts this one out. Must be somebody down elsewhere on the pitch as referee Zarin makes his way over to check on whoever it may be. It was Chris Heckenberg that was down. Disappointed Tucson fans tonight. No shots on goal for the home team. The next game will be at home next Saturday against NCFC. They make the long trip west. Pressure by Allen. And then Bar goes all the way back to Bush as we passed our 3 minutes now, and that will be it. A 5th straight clean sheet for South Georgia Tormenta, as that man Ian Cameron lifts his team to a 5-way tie at the top of USL League One with 7 points. 2 wins now on the season, 2 in a row, both by the score of 2-0 and both on the road for the men from Statesboro. As Carlos Marancio is left to think what might have been. Goals from Adrian Bilhart, as well as Barry Sharifi. Of course, a red card to Perez. Here's a look at Opa's best play of the match. Shot off the post by RJ. Mauricio might have got a touch on it. He was perhaps over there to cover in case it had gone inside the post. May have had it covered. But it was the visitors who would come out on top in this one. And man of the match, brought to you by Smoothie King, is Derek Korf. He was a busy man down that left side. Led his team in shots tonight with 3. 4 touches inside the opponent's box. A good effort tonight by the Englishman. Here's a look at our save of the match, brought to you by Oppa's Best. It was a late one by Carlos Mauricio. Morel out wide. Ball in and a comfortable save in the end, but he had to be in the right position, did Mauricio. That would have made it 3-0 had that one found the back of the net. Josue Soto, the veteran, with a late chance. It'd be a fun trip back east as Tormenta show their appreciation for their traveling fans in attendance this evening. A comfortable 2-0 win for South Georgia Tormenta. 5 consecutive clean sheets for the visitors. Let's go to break. We're back with highlights and stats after this from Keno North.
Kick off your shoes and go barefoot with us. Laugh with us. Sip barefoot wine with us. Surprise with us. Good times with us. Celebrate you with us. The best times are barefoot with us. Groove with us. Bust a move with us. Always be there with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
Welcome back to Arizona, where Tormenta pick up a 2-0 win on the road against FC Tucson for their 5th straight clean sheet in all competitions. They actually had a 5-game clean sheet streak back in 2019. Let's take a look at our highlights, brought to you by Korf. Tucson had some spells of pressure in the first half. This was an early chance here that came off the post by Kingsford Ajay. The first real golden chance in this contest. Arthur Bosher would have a header just a couple minutes later that went wide, but that was the first real quality chance for either side. Here's Ajay again causing trouble down the right. This was a shot from distance by Jamil Roberts that would not find the target. Tucson tried to play their way back into it, and they were still hanging around just after the hour mark. This was a great play. Good step by Nembard and a quality finish from Adrian Bildhart, the German. Beating Carlos Mauricio to his left. That would give Tormenta the lead, and then just a couple minutes later, a bit of silliness from Luis Perez. He already had a yellow card, and that was just a blatant hack on Alex Morel, and his 2nd yellow of the night for our player to watch this evening, and unfortunately he'd have to watch the rest of the game from the locker room. The 24-year-old Frenchman, just a silly decision there, and that would really put this game out of reach. Tucson would never really threaten from then on. And Tormenta would make it 2-0 here. Lovely ball in by Alex Morel and a glancing header by Barry Sharifi, his first goal as a professional. And that would put the game to bed here in Tucson. There are your final stats. No shots on target for Tucson. For Tormenta, 2 of those would end up in the back of the net. 5 yellow cards in total, and of course the 1 red to Luis Perez, who will miss the next match for FC Tucson. Here are all our scores from Week 5 in League 1. Go back to Friday. Greenville with the 1-0 win over Chattanooga. Road win for the Independents, late on against Omaha. A home win for Charlotte. Road wins for Fuego and the Kickers. That was back on Monday night. And then the Hailstorm with a road win over North Carolina FC. Those scores presented by Cicharo. Here are your updated standings. A 5-way tie for first with 7 points. Richmond on top via that goal difference. Of course, 4 of those goals came against FC Tucson. At the bottom, forward Madison with 3 points. Those standings presented by Carf. Here's a look at your Week 6 schedule. All 5 games on Saturday. We've got the Henny Derby at 6 o'clock. We've got Central Valley Fuego opening their home schedule with a game against Greenville Triumph, the team they beat in the season opener. FC Tucson will try to get back on track against NCFC. Chattanooga at home against NOCO, and then South Georgia against Charlotte. That schedule brought to you by Athletic Brewing. Well, it wouldn't be a pleasant night tonight for Tucson. Couldn't get things going against the toughest defense in USL League 1. Tormenta stepped up, got 2 timely goals, and pulled this one out on the road in the desert. For my team behind the scenes, my name is Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week here in USL League 1. Have a good evening.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League 1 cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League 1.